Hey y'all, it's me again. I just ran. I didn't run very long today. I did about half the scheduled program because I got a late start and it is really hot out here, and I don't think that's good for my health to be out here in this kind of heat running for that long. So I did about half the workout. But you can see I am drenched in sweat just from that. But really what I want to do is go inside, get some water, hydrate, and shower. But I wanted to take a minute to just get some things off my mind. Again, these videos are more for me getting my thoughts straight. It's almost like therapy, I guess. But the reason that I was late getting out here, besides the fact that I stayed up late last night and overslept my first alarm this morning, when I did get up with my last alarm, I still did not get out here on time because I got distracted. I told you before, I usually get on Facebook and, get my brain woke up so that I don't, hurt myself trying to make it through the house. Well, I get on Facebook and typically, and this is what I'm seeing a lot lately, and it hurts my heart, there's just a lot of meanness, a lot of hurt. Not just from the obvious issues with the George Floyd situation and the riots and all that kind of stuff. I mean, that obviously hurts your heart. But the people turning on each other, and I've recently wrote something about this, and I'm not going to get into all that again. But I got up this morning and this person had posted something about a situation that she had seen on Facebook, and she posted about it, and people responded, and they were having dialogue. Some people agreed, some people disagreed. They were having conversation about it, and this one person gets on and says, doesn't address what she says, addresses the fact that she didn't speak up about something else. Okay, and then of course it finally clicked with me. I'm a person who I don't try to get involved in everybody's issues and everybody's situations and views. I don't see the point in stirring up strife. I don't see the point in getting on something just to argue. And just because I don't participate in the inflamed dialogue that's going on does not mean that I don't have opinions and I don't care. And there are other people like me out there. We don't get involved in anything that's a hot topic because it turns into just a hate fest, people arguing, and I don't want to do anything that's going to be a catalyst for that. So I choose not to most of the time. Now, I'm not going to say I never speak up about anything, because sometimes the mood strikes just right, and I do, but just because people don't speak up on Facebook, y'all, Facebook is a little app on your phone. And yes, it can be used for positive things. Yes, it can be used to spread a word, but it's not your whole world. And if somebody doesn't view Facebook as important as you view it, and they don't see that as something they need to get involved in, it doesn't mean that they're not involved in the issue itself. It doesn't mean they don't care about the issue itself. It doesn't mean that if they were in a situation in real life, away from their computer screen or their phone screen, that they wouldn't speak up. Some people just don't participate on social media. Then there are people like me who we participate in the fun and lighthearted, encouraging side. But I don't get involved in a lot of the mean stuff that's going on. Not because I don't agree with it, but what's the point? What's the point in me getting on there and venting to all of my friends who already agree with me? Trying to convince them to believe what they already believe. What's the point? Now, if you're a celebrity or, a powerful influence in your community, and you have like thousands of friends, and, there's a lot of people that you believe don't believe the way you do, and you think that what you're saying will make a difference, by all means, speak up. But if you're a person who's circle of friends that see your post all agree with you anyway, and you don't see the point in expending the energy to rant and vent and spread more catalyst for anger. And some people see things differently, and that's okay. If you want to get on there and speak up because somehow you feel like a conversation needs to take place with some of your friends, or you feel like, there are people out here who might not see things clearly, and you want to clarify some things, then by all means. I mean, that's what I'm doing now. I'm speaking my mind about things. But what gets me is that the people who are against these social issues that are going on, from Ahmaud Arbery to George Floyd to the riots to racism in general, they're very angry about this, but they're turning their anger around to the people who are supposed to be their friends on Facebook and ridiculing them because they don't do things like they do things. Now, isn't that pretty much the same spirit? You're not like me, so I will degrade you. You're not like me. You don't do things the way I do, so I will shame you. You're not like me, so I will condemn you. Isn't that pretty much the same spirit that you guys are supposed to be against? That's what bothers me. And that's what bothered somebody else, or similar to that bothered somebody else. And she spoke up about something that bothered her. She didn't speak up about the whole terrible tragedy that happened to George Floyd, because all the posts that she was seeing, she agreed with. She didn't speak up about, the need to do away with racism in this country, because all the posts she was seeing, she agreed with. There was something that she disagreed with, and she spoke up when she disagreed. And she was faced with censorship. She was faced with people coming against her because she didn't speak up about the right thing. Can we just applaud the fact that when she disagreed, she spoke up? Isn't that what we want? Isn't that what we want in this country? We want people, when they see an injustice happening, to speak up. When she saw something that she didn't agree with and she didn't think was right, she spoke up and was condemned for it by the people who want you to speak up against racism. Don't get me wrong, speak up against racism. Use whatever platform you feel that you have to speak up against it. But in the process, can we just love one another? Can we just say, hey, I'm glad that you are speaking up about that particular issue. That gives me hope that you will speak up when you disagree with something else, and move on. Maybe the fact that nobody has, or not nobody, but maybe the fact that these particular people that you guys are seeing not speaking up, maybe they're not speaking up because they agree with everything. There are a lot of people in this world who are introverts. There are a lot of people in this world who don't see the need to put their 2 cents worth in unless it's going to make a difference. And if you agree with what you're seeing and you agree with what you're reading, then why would you want to speak up if your only purpose for speaking up is ever just to make a difference? I don't need to make a difference in that. You're already saying what I think is right. Good job. That's just my 2 cents worth. That's what made me late to run out here today, is because I saw this person. She's a quiet person. She hardly ever posts anything, and she finally spoke up about something that matters to her. And that's what we're dealing with here, y'all. That's what the devil wants. The devil wants us to turn on each other. Don't talk about racism. Don't talk about the real issues. Don't talk about police brutality and people getting hung up on themselves and thinking they have the power to do something just because they have a position. Not just some police officers, but some politicians. Some people in every walk of life, really. I mean, you're going to have power trippers everywhere you go. The devil doesn't want us to really speak about the issues that really matter. He wants to take the smoke screen that is coming from the real fire, take that smoke and get it in people's eyes and have them turning on each other. Y'all stop. Love each other. And when somebody speaks up, let them speak up. If you disagree with what they're saying, then kindly speak to them about it. Or don't. If you feel like it won't make a difference, make your own choice. You do you. And let other people be them. Stop condemning people just because they don't see things like you do. And that's me talking to myself too. I mean, I catch myself doing it. We're all human. We all have flaws and we all have good things about us too. And if we could just help each other see the good stuff about ourselves instead of pointing fingers and about every time somebody doesn't see things the way you see things, just have a calm conversation and an open dialogue. I don't know. That's the way I see it. I'm gonna go get this sweat off of me. I stink. Y'all have a blessed day.